Kurumjari. A nation's culture resides in the heart and in the soul of its people. Saluting the precious soul awakening words of the father of the nation, who is a true inspiration to the rest of the world, Mahatma Gandhi, I, Reena, Thangjam, representing Manipur, Kanglaipa, extend my honest respect to respected judges, my dear fellow contestants, respected dignitaries, and everyone gathered here. In this contemporary world, where change is the only constant thing, everyone needs to be reminded of the values and the morals of life. Youth constitute the larger part of the nation, not only for India, but for every other nation also. Empowering the youth is empowering the nation. So every youth must be given the real interpretation of what existed, that brought us to what we are now and gave us what we have today, and what the youth can do to preserve it. So, patriotism and nation building. This platform, organized by Nehru Yuva Kendra on patriotism and nation building, is one of the most perfect platforms to mold and educate us to be a responsible citizen for the nation and an inspirational being to the rest of the world. So patriotism and nation building. Let us not go to very complex meanings and terminologies and codes for explaining this. Let's make it very easy and simple so that everybody can understand and comprehend and act to it. So patriotism, what is patriotism? Its literal meaning says ideology of love and devotion to a homeland and with citizens who share the common value. But if I am asked what is patriotism, I'll pour my heart out and say that patriotism is that purest contribution from a true patriot in building up a model nation, being a pride for the nation and an inspiration for the rest of the world. And to define a patriot, patriot is someone who has that pure love, respect and devotion for the motherland, for the mother, for the fellow beings, for the generations to come, and who also respects other nations too. So patriotism must not be misinterpreted as love only for our own nation and disrespecting the others. Patriotism is very much synonymous to humanity. As our great Swami Vivekananda said, every nation has a message to deliver, a mission to fulfill, a destiny to reach. The mission of India has been to guide humanity. And inside a nation comprising of many states, patriotism should never be sub-patriotism. That is, regardless to which region we belong, we all share a glorious identity, and that is fraternity. We all are Indians. We must respect it. We must worship it. And now going back to the global history of patriotism, the year 1789 and the movement French Revolution is often quoted. But patriotism and nation building and its evidences can be found as early as in the 5th century, 12th century, Anglo-Saxon period, Anglo-Norman period. And our India is also replete with glorious history. Not only the history of modern India, but ancient as well as medieval, plays a very great role and teaches us a lot about patriotism and nation building. Ashoka, the king of Patliputra, in his Rock Edict 12, he mentioned about the unity of the all religion, where one religion should not criticize the other. The sense of secularism has been in existence from the ancient, from the medieval up to the modern, and we have to be proud of that. So now, coming to the modern time, for more than a century, that is 1857 to 1947, our bold bloods, our freedom fighters fought for freedom. The true patriotic spirit of them gave us our Bharat, our India. And the beauty of India's freedom movement is that it was a non-violent movement under the leadership of all our leaders, with all caste, religion and culture together hand in hand. We showed the world our secular culture and the strength of Satyagraha that is holding on to truth. India, with 29 states and 7 union territories, remains one of the most ethnically diverse countries in the world, and our constitution respects it. Our constitution says, we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation. See, I am again telling this constitution here, the preamble of a constitution here, just to remind that every problem we're facing now, the solution is our constitution. We just need to follow it with heart and soul. We have the best constitution. It's an inspiration to the rest of the world. It's up to us to follow and implement it. Any problem of any region or all the problems of the mentioned problems by the other contestant, we already have the solution. It's just that we have to be mentally and morally strong and implement it. So, we, the present generation, and for the future generation to come, respecting and implementing our constitution is real patriotism. The most important, step for nation building. And now coming to nation building, first of all, the motto of Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan, that is together towards tomorrow, defines nation building so beautifully, so perfectly. Simple, but it defines nation building so beautifully. Together towards tomorrow. Come on. The letter speaks. The word speaks. It should come here and we should implement it. Let's make it simple. Let us not create tensions, It's just beautiful the way it is. And nation building. So, coming to nation building, we have our own contributions to play. Every one of us are important. Ours is an ethnic plural society, and according to many learned scholars, India is still in the process of nation building. But I believe it's going to be wonderful and beautiful if we work with purity and dedication. So each and every citizen, each one of us has a contribution to play. See, I came from a state, Manipur, and my competition to come up here was not that tough. My state is not exposed to this kind of thing. My state, in our state, education system is certificate education system. It's just the marks. We only focus on the marks. We don't know we don't care about what knowledge we get, but we only focus on the marks. It doesn't, build us to a perfect human being. I am a dropout for 3 years from education. And now I gained myself, stand up again, and from science stream I came to art stream. And in the process of preparing for this competition, I began to read India's history, I began to read political science, I began to read English literature, and the tensions in me about all this regionalism and all this anti-nationalism, it all went away because I got the knowledge. I was the one who was pressuring myself to get away from it, to be anti-national, to think that India doesn't love our state. So it's like education. I really want to talk about education, that is quality-based education, not just the academic, but morally and the value-based education. And I want to highlight the importance of implementing too. Being an NCC cadet, I'm proud to say that our motto is unity and discipline, and we stand by that. I'm very proud to be an Indian, and I hope and pray everyone feels the same. Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. Jai Hind.